Okay. So in today's session, I would, as I guess everyone knows about you and me, so we don't need to introduce here again. So in last session, you shared that you had inculcated a habit of reading, and you took 10 years of gap in between. So, but
Yes.
that reading made you, very good at English, I guess, and it is very good habit ones can have, right? But people have
Yeah.
issue with this. They are learning, they are watching videos, they are passionate to learn the language, still they are not capable to inculcate the habit of reading, which some people complain that they feel monotonous when they read. Some people say we feel sleepy, we get sleep easily when we start reading. Some people
Mm.
say we don't even understand, so there is no meaning of reading, how to inculcate this habit. So, what would you suggest them that how they can start, especially beginners?
I would say if you're a beginner, you should choose something very basic like children's story books. You start off with that.
Hmm.
The advantage is the story has a storyline, right? So you won't feel bored, or you don't feel like you are pressurizing yourself to inculcate this habit of reading. You will enjoy the process. So that is important. Firstly, you choose basic books which you can understand very easily. And the best option is children's books. And the next one is choose your niche. I mean, whichever genre of books you are interested in. So
Right.
if you are interested in thriller, adventure, motivational books, spiritual books, just go for that. Whatever you like according to your taste. Then again, you won't be bored. So just for the pressure of learning better English, or just for the pressure that I have to start reading, don't have that thing in your mind when you start off,
Hmm.
right? You start with basic books and choose the genre that you are interested in, whichever you like. Some people are literally addicted to news. They
Hmm.
like watching news throughout the day. So for those people, you can, and it's an easy option, right? You can watch news, and then you can read newspapers. There are a lot of newspaper available. Then you can read magazines. For people who are into Bollywood and this kind of showbiz thing, they can read magazines. Even the language used there is also very good. So they will learn a lot of vocabulary there as well. So there are
Hmm.
so many options, honestly. You just have to search, you have to discover what you like.
Hmm. Great. Yeah. In one of my videos, I shared with that when I was reading Atomic Habits. So this
Okay.
is based on my own genre. So I like the book very much. Even I can read it multiple times. So one of my subscribers shared with me that I purchased Atomic Habit, but I am not able to read it. I read only 2 or 3 pages, and after that, I just gave up. So I said it was based on my interest. I shared, and you just picked because I shared that, yeah, Atomic Habit is a good book. And it is even shared by many YouTubers out there, many good people out there that Atomic Habit you should read. But then again, you mentioned that point that it should be based on your own interest. Very important. It happened with me too. Like you must have heard about the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? And it's
Yes.
very
Yes.
famous book. Everyone
Mm.
suggests that, right? But it is based on finance, how to manage it,
Yes.
right? So I am not interested into it that much. I'm kind of inclined towards spirituality, wisdom. So I don't think about that finance and how to. First, we start getting much money, only then we will think about management, right? How to manage, how to save, how to invest. So I just
Yes.
purchased it because of the recommendation I was getting from YouTube or from other people. I just purchased and I felt the same. I was able to read only 2 to 3 pages. After that, I gave up. Then I got to know it should be really based on your own interest. It is very important to understand that. Otherwise, you will fed up and you will even hate reading. And I have come across people, they hate reading. They want to learn English, but they hate. They cannot do that. Yeah, so this is very
Yes.
important. And it
And
is, I guess, big mistake when we just purchase books because of the recommendation by other people, right?
correct.
Hmm.
Correct. And books are expensive, right? So when you invest your money in buying a book and later you are not reading it, then you
Hmm.
feel like I have wasted my money. I'm never going to invest in buying a book.
Yes,
Okay.
again. Yeah. So in our previous session, we discussed about reading already, and you shared the
Yes.
things which can work for others. And again, you also have created a separate video too on your YouTube channel. Yeah. So in this session, again, I have a lot of, not a lot of, but quite a few questions for you, which can help
Yes.
me personally, and then the learners out there, the audience who will watch the video. So shall we proceed with the questions?
Yes. Yes. We can go ask your questions.
So, my first question is related to sentence structure. Since nowadays I am also providing paid sessions to beginners, and personally, I have also experienced, and even I talk to co-learners, as you know already. So, there are
Hmm.
many people who face this issue, like they are not able to make or construct sentences properly. Sometimes they construct sentence grammatically, that is correct, but there is no sense, no meaning of saying the sentence. Sometimes it is not even grammatically correct, or they are confused or puzzled while using prepositions and then ing form of the verb. And sometimes when they try to use, inculcate the new word, new vocabulary in their sentence, then they feel so puzzled while making sentences. So then they again feel demotivated. That also demotivates again. So how they can work upon sentence structure properly? Is there anything that can help them?
See, I would say there is no magic in it. You need hard work and you need practice. You need to learn. If you do
Hmm.
not know the grammar rules, you need to learn. There is no other shortcut to it. Watch a lot of grammar videos, and there are grammar gurus who tell you how exactly you need to make a sentence structure. Since I am not uh, a qualified English teacher who teaches you from scratch all the grammar parts, so I would not be the best person to advise you on how you can link your sentence and speak. But
Hmm.
there are a lot of videos, and I have a conversation on my channel as well, Rekha Datta English Classes. So she has explained it beautifully how you can uh, learn grammar and how you can learn sentence structure formation from small, how you can make it into a long sentence. So
Hmm.
she has explained very well in that video. That is definitely going to help for people. Yes, people also have this issue that when it comes to short sentences, we are able to make it. But
Yes.
in order to speak on a stretch or make longer sentences, we are finding it challenging. I have
Hmm.
been asked this question as well. So I would advise watch such grammar videos.
Hmm.
Yes, we say that when you need to learn English, grammar is not very essential, but that is to start speaking English. If you want to get advanced in it and you have issues like making sentence structures and advanced grammar, then definitely grammar is essential for you. You will have to go through all that and then you can learn. Okay, the second part of the question, I forgot that second part. Sentence structure, grammar, vocabulary, you were asking. Yeah, for vocabulary, what you can do, you need to read and listen a lot, to a
Hmm.
lot actually. Then, whatever word you get, you need to make sentences using that word. And it is not enough for you to just accumulate and start making sentences. You have to use it in your speaking practice. And the only solution for all of the questions is practice, practice speaking. And
Practice.
the best way is indulge in conversations
Hmm.
because they are impromptu. On the spot you have to speak your thoughts, so it
Hmm.
doesn't matter if you make mistakes. See, if you feel demotivated, it means to say that you are not happy with what you did in the conversation. So
Hmm.
indirectly it has to boost you to do well in the next conversation, and you should not back off with one
Hmm.
failure. Just take it as a learning step and
Hmm.
improve and try not to make that same mistake in the next conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But sometimes again happens like we learn a lot of vocabulary, new words every day, but we are not able to use all the words. Then we end up again forgetting those words. After some time, we forget. Okay, I learned that word, and yeah, that also happens.
Mm.
Hmm. So
Yes,
I
yes,
think
that for
in
that
that
you need
case,
to talk on. For that,
hmm,
you need to talk on different topics
different
because some
topics.
words will not be used in general conversation. So you have to push yourself or tell the person that we are going to talk today about something like personality development, something
Hmm.
time management, something where you need to use different kind of vocabulary. So that is the way you can include that new word that you have learned.
One more practice can be helpful here is like when you learn new word, try to like somebody suggested me to start writing journals or start writing something like on one topic in a day. So you will be able to
Mm.
use words you have learned throughout the week. So at least not if you have learned 10 to 15 words, at least try to use 5 to 6 words and then repeat
Correct.
those words again while writing something else next day. So like this writing also
Mm.
can help you. Even
Yes, yes,
writing can improve your sentence structure very well, I guess, because then you
yes, yes.
think properly and then you write your thought. And when you are writing your mind, while speaking, our thoughts are scattered like here and there. We have to make it, kind of, we have to solve a puzzle and immediately, like spontaneously. But
Yes.
while writing, we can choose the thought which is very important and which we can construct in a well manner. Hmm.
Yes, yes. Writing is very important for you to remember things.
Yes.
And you will discover that you are really good at doing it when you're writing, because you can erase, you can write, and the outcome that you get, you will be kind of satisfied with what you have done with your writing. So that will boost your confidence as well. Because so many people are very good at writing when I read the emails, but when I come face to face, it's not as expected. So at
Hmm.
least write and improve. Yeah.
So, do you write? Like, do you do this practice too?
I used to write a lot during my
Mhm.
college and when I was growing up. I used to write a lot. I loved writing. Now I just do kind of in a brain dump thing that when I'm feeling low, only then I
Mhm.
write, because nothing
Okay.
like it. That
Mhm.
is the thing that relieves me. So
Hmm.
it is better than a physical person. It is
Yes.
writing for me that works with me. So that is the only time when I do writing. But nowadays, honestly speaking, I'm not feeling low these days. So it's
Great.
been quite some
That's
time.
great, even. Yes.
Yeah.
I have just
Yes.
started writing, like it's been only 2 days. Like,
Mhm.
it is said that if you want to incorporate a new habit in your daily routine, it will take around 21 days. So let's see how
Yes.
it will go. I have just started. It's been only 2 days. But yeah, I'm excited for that because I have been doing this speaking practice, listening practice, and then reading practice too for quite a really
Mm-hmm.
long period of time now. But I was not writing at all. Actually, I don't enjoy, but I think now I should do it regularly because in order to
Yes.
become advanced speaker, I think this is one practice that can now help me in that.
Yes, yes. And you can also write stories and poems of your own. I
Hmm.
used to do that as a child. I used to, search for rhyming words at the end of sentence. How we try to rhyme one
Yes.
sentence to the other. So I would think deliberately whole day, and then I would find a matching sentence which will match the
Hmm.
circumstance and whatever is said in the lines. So that way, I used to put pressure on my mind to think of new words. So it
That
is
makes
fun
me
actually.
creative too.
Try doing that. Yeah.
Hmm. Great.
I used to write
Okay.
stories. So
Wow.
yeah, anybody can do
Wow.
that. Yeah.
So everyone can understand easily like how you improved and what is your journey because we have heard many times that you had the habit of reading and now you have shared that you used to write poems, stories, you used to write earlier. So like these are the main areas we can focus upon. Okay. Yeah. So my
Mm.
next question I want to ask you is, and I have come across this query quite very often nowadays since like many learners are now are on YouTube, they are creating videos, they are talking to people, and everybody is trying their level hard to achieve goal and become good at English. So one is intermediate plateau where
Mhm.
we are putting efforts every single day, including me too. I am doing the listening practice and then reading and then speaking too. Many people are doing the same, but we are not able to see the change in our style of speaking or maybe in our fluency or maybe we end up speaking same English. I think, like, as per my personal experience, I think there is a change. The slightest change is happening but we cannot see that so then again we become again that demotivates us and it I have it I realize personally like okay there is a change and I will be able to see it after a certain period of time but again there are people who are not even able to see the slightest change in themselves and there is a we call it intermediate plateau so how to deal with it or how to overcome this.
Yes, that is a time where you get stuck for a long time in the intermediate level. You really want to go into the advanced level, and you also have vocabulary which is advanced level of vocabulary. You know that those kind of words, and you also use it in your speaking practice. But there are some things that people feel that we are not improving on, like pronunciation, or I don't know, the pronunciation thing or the accent thing. That is where I feel many of us get stuck for a really long time.
Hmm.
So, and for the vocabulary, and you trying to use idioms for that, again there are the same tips what you did in order to become intermediate from beginner. The same thing you need to follow from intermediate to become an advanced speaker.
Hmm.
So then I think, like, when you're talking to people, it is different. When you're practicing alone, it is different. So try to practice alone. There you have the liberty of not being in a pressure to answer the opposite person immediately. So
Hmm.
that is the area. Suppose you mispronounced a word when you're talking to yourself. So you just correct yourself and say, this is a wrong pronunciation, and say the right pronunciation again and again. So
Hmm.
you won't have that liberty in conversation when you're talking to somebody else. So practice speaking alone also. That is also quite important, which many of us tend to ignore once we reach the intermediate or advanced level, because there's always room for improvement. Even if you are an advanced level speaker, you need certain amount of practice. And you need to continuously keep speaking to fluent and advanced speakers as well.
And
Their
no matter
sentence
how,
structure, way, mhm,
no matter
their
how
way of
advanced
speaking,
you
everything
are,
will come in.
I
Yeah.
think still there is like very less chances to become C2 level, like a native. But that is not
Yeah,
my
of
desire to
course.
become like a native. It is like I'm happy with my accent, with my, yeah, here and there a little bit. I know I mispronounce maybe some of the words, and it is a gradual process. It will take time, but still, it is, I guess, not possible to achieve C2 level. Do you think?
Yes, when I took the test myself, I got C1 level, but
Hmm.
then I'm okay with it because I do not have that much of, ambitious. I'm not that ambitious, and I don't know if it is a vice or a virtue, but I don't over aim at something. I'm okay with what I am, with whatever level I am. But this speaking practice, when I see what I used to be when I started to now, it's been around 5 months. People tell that my confidence and way of speaking has improved. So I think sometimes you need not put much effort. It will start showing gradually. And people also used to say that work on your speed. So that is how I'm working on my speed. And I have noticed considerably the fillers that I used, they're almost gone. Because I used to use this, that thing often in my speech. But now I have slowed down my pace, and I'm noticing I'm not using fillers actually, very rarely here and there. So
Amazing.
just be mindful of the feedback that we get and try
Mhm.
to work on it slowly. Don't be under pressure when you're having conversations. Speak slowly, mindfully. You know your problem areas. So when
Hmm.
you're going to encounter that area, just slowly pronounce that word, or take it slow. That's all.
It is slow, yes. Yeah, that is again one more thing that we want. We expect too much results from ourselves even too fast. Like it's
Yes.
been two
Yes.
months now, I should be very fluent at it, and I'm not. So again, that is one that holds us back again. Okay.
Mhm.
My next question is: there are people who are not able to afford a tutor, a personal tutor, and they are not able to join, I guess, these applications we talk about, English Shari or Clappingo. So do you think that people can learn on their own at home English, and they can be good at, if they just follow a particular routine, or yeah, without a tutor?
I think they can, but it's going to take longer for them to achieve what they want, because it needs a lot of dedication. When you are learning by yourself, you are not under pressure. But when you pay somebody, you have the feeling that I have given them money to learn. So it is my right. I need to join.
Hmm.
And if I have some doubts, I expect them to give me feedback. So
Hmm.
they will give you feedback. They will tell you where you have to improve. If you're practicing on your own, no matter you know all the grammar rules, but sometimes you are speaking something really wrong and there is nobody correcting you and telling you that this has
Hmm.
to be this. So there the that is the importance of learning or practicing with a tutor. But if you're not able to afford, I would say it will take time and it will take a lot of dedication from your side, from
Hmm.
your end, sorry. From your end, it will take a lot of dedication, a lot of practice, because when you're left alone you think that okay, I don't have time tomorrow, let me do it tomorrow.
Hmm.
I don't have time this week, okay, let me go on a vacation this week. But when you are committed, when you are paid somebody, you're committed, you
Hmm.
tend to put that into priority.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And if somebody wants to this learn the language on their own, then I think if there is a strong why behind learning the language, then they can
Yes.
follow a particular routine. Otherwise, it is difficult to follow. It is even difficult for
Yes.
any kind of thing. Like if somebody wants to do the yoga, initially it is difficult. Yoga or hitting the gym is again very difficult. So yeah, once we put some money in it, we invest something, then we our mind always ready to go and then do the practice. But on their own, the only why, strong why, can force us to do it every day. Otherwise it is
Mm.
difficult. And second
Yes,
thing,
yes.
again, as you mentioned, the feedback is very important. Once you are with a tutor, you get feedback
Mm-hmm.
from there, and then you can improve accordingly, and you can put efforts accordingly.
Correct. Correct.
Hmm.
Yeah, because when you gave an example of doing yoga, right? So you always get up in the morning and you think that today I'm going to start walking, today I'm going to do this. But suppose you have paid for a gym trainer, then you there are less chances for you to skip it. No matter your body is aching or you're not feeling well, you still feel motivated. No, I have to utilize this opportunity.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I have recently started this one habit too. Like recently incorporated in myself. I do yoga in the evening for 30 minutes, and it's been only 10 days. So I'm quite content and happy with that, that I'm able to. Because second thing which I want to really have in my, regular life is yoga. First is that YouTuber, or maybe we can call trainer for English language. Second, I want to be
Mm.
very good at yoga. Like I really love flexible body, and then yoga, I think, keeps us grounded and calm, serene. So the work we are doing, like we are YouTubers now, so I think it is very normal and natural thing. Then when see other YouTubers are growing, or when you start comparing yourself, it is very natural that you will start comparing. But if you are already indulged in any kind of activity like yoga, meditation, something like that, you will not feel that much. You will be able to overcome it easily, right? So that's why I just want to do that. I'm happy with that. Now I'm able to, because
It is very
everyone's journey
important.
is
Yes.
different. Yeah.
Even if you don't see the changes immediately, through the course of time, you will know when you compare yourself with a person who is not doing yoga, you will
Hmm.
notice it is going to help you in long term. I used to do a lot of it in my college days. After marriage, slowly I lost the habit of it, but
You
I
used
was
to do a lot
very
of
much into it.
things.
Walking, yoga, it was mandatory.
Wow. Wow. So you
Mm.
used to read a lot, you used to write, you used to do yoga, like a lot of things you have done. And I have just started everything. What you have already completed, I have started. Okay.
Yeah, because when you were in your sixth standard, I completed my engineering. So that is the age gap.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Hmm. Okay. My next question is, how do you assess your students? Like, I have some students, if they join my classes, so it is difficult to assess their progress in just 10 classes, but they want results in just 10 classes. So it is sometimes very challenging for me to show them results. There could be a little change, because they take classes thrice a day, and that
Mm.
is a 30 minutes long session thrice a day. Apart from that, they are not practicing. Like if I am teaching some vocabulary to them, they are just practicing 2 to 3 sentences, and after that, in between, like the alternate 3 days, they are not putting their effort. Even I personally push them a lot. and they want result without doing it. So how to assess, how to help them in that case?
You said thrice a day? You said thrice a week?
Oh, sorry, thrice a week. Yeah, not thrice a
Thrice
day,
a week.
thrice a week. Yes.
See, it is not only on it's not only on us, teaching them. There has to be equal effort from their end as well. They need to be equally interested in watching the recording,
Hmm.
learning it. Otherwise, they end up saying it's been like 10-15 days. Do you see any progress in me? Just by talking, you are not going to improve.
Hmm.
You need to follow what we are telling you at the end of the session. If I'm telling you to watch the recording and correct your mistakes, for example, they keep telling many persons do this, many persons do this. I stop them and tell it is not persons, it's people, people.
People,
So,
yeah.
very next sentence again, they end up saying persons. So, mindfully, you think what mistake you are doing. And in every session, if you're making the same mistake, it means the thing is on you that you are not improving. I'm putting effort from my side. I'm
Hmm.
telling you what is correct and wrong. So you put equal effort and try to improve by yourself as well. Give your time separately. Okay, you're learning with me, you're speaking with
Hmm.
me for half an hour a day. After that, that is not your only duty. After that, also, your duty continues. You need to learn because you are
Hmm.
the learner. So
Hmm.
don't put entire thing on the tutors alone. Unless you are working on it, you will not improve.
Once I had a conversation with a random person, like maybe he is kind of a subscriber or something. He said,
Mm-hmm.
I took this much sessions, I tried a lot of teachers here, and then nobody is able to make me fluent, nobody is able to help me, and I then went to a different country, then I studied and all that. So I was like, how this can be possible? Like you have talked, you have purchased a lot of courses, taken classes from with a lot of tutors, and nobody was able to make you fluent. Maybe you were not able, you were not putting that
Mm.
much effort in it. So it is not always
Yeah.
about the tutor. They can just guide you. They can show you the path or can give you the feedback because you are not now a kid or children to like a child,
Mm.
so they can just make you sit here and then learn word and then make sentences. No,
Mm. Mm.
that is your responsibility to do it every day. So sometimes it is pathetic to listen these kind of things, like nobody is able to. He said even about India, in India nobody is able to make me fluent. So he was
So
like,
was
okay.
no, were native speakers able to make him fluent?
Like he said, I joined somebody out of the country, then he asked me to forget about everything whatever I have learned till now. So he started from basic first, from with letters and with phonetic, now teaching the each pronunciation. So they followed a different kind of path that is totally different, that you have to just unlearn everything whatever you know. So he shared that, then I followed that, and now I'm able to speak this much and all. He said that Indian tutors just pressurize learners and then say, you have to do it, you have to do it. Everybody knows that we have to, but still, they should treat us
Mm.
as a kid and all that. So I was like, okay, maybe everyone's, way of teaching is different, but if you are an adult already, then you can take yourself like a child, then start learning. If you think like you are not able to learn as an adult, then take yourself kind of a kid, treat yourself kind of a kid, and then go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and again,
Mm.
for Indians, it is a foreign language for every Indian. So how can you judge
Yes.
if somebody is not able to teach you Hindi or regional language? Then you can say they can, everybody teaches their kids, their children, right? So it means
Mm.
everybody is able to teach.
Yeah. Good
Because
for
our
him.
parents, our mother is able to teach us. She taught us this language, our mother tongue. So it means they are
Mm.
able, but this is foreign language, so the ways can differ.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I just want to know one more question, and that is how to start thinking in English. This is again very difficult. Like people are reading, listening, but thinking in English again different. Some people are still translating sentences in their mind, and that process takes really a lot of time while speaking.
Mm. Yeah. Firstly, I have put up a detailed video about how you can think in English. You need
Okay.
to start naming everything around you. If you're sitting on a bed, just name the pillow, the bed, the cot, the wood. everything, whatever you see around you. And it has to start from the time you wake up. Now
Hmm.
I got up from bed. Okay, and I'm going to brush my teeth. This is a toothbrush. This is a tap. So
Hmm.
start with nouns, naming the words.
Hmm.
Later, start attaching verbs to it. The tap
Hmm.
is leaking, or the bucket is full, or it is overflowing. These kind of try to attach verbs to it. Do not leave your mind idle. So,
Hmm.
human mind gets like around 70,000 thoughts a day. So imagine if you at least 50% of it is in English, it will be so simple for you to start thinking.
Yes.
And that is your first step to fluency. You should
Hmm.
start thinking in English. Yeah, so that
Hmm.
is and I'll give you one example of a learner whom I was teaching. So he's absolute beginner. He was not able to even understand what I was speaking. But 3 or 4 days into it, I started telling him, like, when you're driving a bike, just think about the road ahead you, think about the traffic, think about the people driving around you. So this person is driving fast. The same tip, don't leave your mind idle, keep thinking continuously in English. So
Hmm.
in a week, he started telling me, ever since I've started talking to you, English is the only thing that goes around in my mind, because I was the only person he was talking to. He was an introvert and he didn't talk to many people. So
Hmm.
throughout the day, he used to talk to me alone. So that was in English. So his thoughts were generated in English. So I would say if you're talking to anybody in your day, at least 50% of the people you have to speak in English.
Hmm.
So it won't be that difficult for you to start thinking.
Hmm. Yes, I guess. Yeah, that it is now easy for kids if we create environment at home, I guess. One day, I was doing something and I have a niece here. She lives with us. So
Mm-hmm.
I was doing something and I asked her to bring the scissor. She was confused
Mm.
what is Caesar. So in my here in my on my table, she was searching for what is Caesar, what is Caesar, like this. She touched 2 or 3 things. This. I said no, that. Okay. So then my father was also here that time. After that, my father again asked, "What did you call that?" Like in Hindi, he asked, "What did you call that?" Then I repeat the name. Then she picked the name, and whenever I ask, whenever I again she comes here and check the things on my table, then she revise Caesar, yeah Caesar, yeah Caesar, like this. So it is, I guess, now easy for her to recall
Mhm.
the word. So I guess then I found it like this. We sometimes we find the ways like, okay, I can teach her like this now. So I
Mm.
was very happy after that. Okay, she will be able to learn the words because on kids we cannot pressurize, put much pressure on them to learn words, every word. But if we deliberately, while using that particular item, we take the name in English, they will be able to learn those words.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
May I ask you that? Do you watch web series or English movies in English?
Yes, I used to, but not a lot because I wouldn't
Web series.
understand their accent earlier. And we didn't have
Okay.
the liberty of having YouTube videos and subtitles back then. So,
Hmm.
not much, I would say. Not much. But once I went to Australia, then, and now there is internet, you have YouTube, you can put on the subtitles. Though I understand what they speak, but still it is always comfortable for you to watch along with subtitles. So, yes, I do watch web series in English web series. I like drama, slow paced kind of stuff. So, I watch them. Yeah.
And do you think they are helpful?
Yes. Yes, definitely they are helpful. At least you will have a good listening practice. And see, web series you have to watch in a stretch of time. You can't do it in one day. So
Yes.
1 day, 2 day, continuously till you finish it, you are going to watch it. So every day you are exposed to their accent, and somehow subconsciously you try to pronounce words like them, and
Hmm.
that thing keeps
Yes.
ringing in your mind, their pronunciation, their accent. You think that you are a foreigner and try to speak like them, because there is
Hmm.
a child in each one of us, right? We try to imitate and do such silly stuff sometimes. So I would say yes, it is definitely beneficial. At least you will be able to catch their accent.
My pronunciation of many words has improved because of web series, I guess. I used
Mhm.
to repeat after that, like the pronunciation I used to pronounce incorrectly. I used to repeat
Mhm.
after. like especially I watched that Vampire Diaries, and like I liked the Alina. I don't know the real name of her, but Alina, I guess in that. So I liked very much her accent. And again, there are a lot of web series I used to watch. Nowadays, I'm not watching because again, I'm also busy with regular sessions. That's why I don't get much time to watch. So just I watch YouTube videos only. So is there anyone you follow particularly, like you want to speak English or want to be confident or maybe great personality like somebody? Do you follow anybody on YouTube or maybe on Instagram?
There's nobody I want to become like, because then I will be setting a limit for myself that I want to become like them, which I don't want to do. I'm happy being myself, but I really like the way of talking of Alina Rice. She is very casual when she speaks, so I like that quality of hers, and it feels natural. She,
Natural.
the sentences she uses is also like talking to a friend. So it is
Hmm.
not that you don't feel like she is making the video for the video's sake. You
Hmm.
literally feel that she's talking to you. So
She's
I
talking.
like her body language and the
Hmm.
sentences that she uses.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
that's it. I
Yeah.
don't follow anybody.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's lovely to know. Okay, yeah. Any piece of advice for me or for my YouTube channel?
For your YouTube channel, I don't know. You can experiment, I would say. Just keep
Hmm.
experimenting, because somehow I feel conversations are becoming monotonous now, because the wave that came at that time, everybody were into conversations. They would love to watch them. Somehow
Hmm.
now I feel the audience is not much inclined towards it, because
Hmm.
I keep checking the channels of other people as well. And what I'm
Hmm.
feeling is conversations are becoming monotonous these days.
Monotonous.
And
Yes.
people want to listen to fluent speakers.
Hmm.
When you're talking to a fluent speaker, then you get the views more, you get more
Hmm.
views.
Hmm.
People are like that, they want to start listening to fluent speakers to become like them. But then
Yes.
what about the beginners and intermediate who want to improve? That would be
Yeah.
unfair on them.
Yeah.
So when you're
Same,
talking
I
about
think.
your YouTube channel, that's why I'm
Hmm.
saying this. Try to explore what works for your channel, because on my channel I have started making solo videos, and I think almost similar or a little bit better response for the solo videos. And
Hmm.
for the videos where I have spoken to fluent speakers, those videos are working well. So I think you need to experiment and see what works.
Hmm, yes, yes, you are absolutely right. And yeah, I am also thinking about it. But the thing is, like, now the channel has a lot of videos, conversational videos. So the audience is like expecting the
Yeah.
same thing, maybe like she
Mm.
will upload conversational videos. So it is quite difficult to alter the content a bit, but I'll try something. Yeah.
At least, if you have 2 lakh subscribers, then you should get 10% of the views at least. So if you're
Hmm.
not getting it, it means to say that your audience is no longer interested in that type of content. So that is what I have discovered while researching. So
Hmm.
I aim at that. At least 10% of my subscribers should be watching my videos. Then it means
Yes.
to say they're liking what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Or else it is time to shift.
You are already great speaker, fluent speaker, and yeah, your videos are great and they are helpful. So I also watch your videos, especially your solo videos. I liked, to be honest, like, I liked your solo videos very much. And yeah,
Thank
as you
you.
shared that when you bring somebody who is fluent, like you both are fluent, then it is again very good. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yeah.
you are already, but sometimes people who are just have started their journey, but sometimes people who are very good at English, so it is good to watch their conversation. We learn new something new.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much for connecting to me. We can just wind the session up right here now. You are so kind that you again appear here today. Thank you so much.
No issues. Thank you. It is always a pleasure talking to you. Keep
Yeah,
up the
same
good
here.
work
Thank you.
and good luck to you.
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye, have a great day
Bye.
ahead.
You too. Bye.